So, we looked at God of War, then we looked at God of War 2, and then we looked at God of War 3.
My god, Pat, does that mean we're looking at 2018's God of War this week?
I am hungry.
I'm sure that's not retro, you know. It's certainly not cricket. Mater would not approve.
Steady, lads. We might not be keeping it 100% retro this week, but we are not done with the God of War series on the PlayStation 3 yet. I present to you God of War Ascension and Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta. Welcome, ladles and jelly spoons, to Mathy's YouTube channel and our final Friday 5-minute facts for the month of January 2024. This week we're exploring the lesser known but equally epic chapters of the God of War saga, Ascension, Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta. Let's delve into these myths, the making and the might of these incredible games. Starting in 2008 with Chains of Olympus for the PSP, the game was a groundbreaking achievement for portable gaming, and it brought a full God of War experience to a handheld device. Set before the events of the original trilogy, it explores Kratos' servitude to the gods of Olympus. The game was praised for its stunning visuals on the PSP and gripping narrative. The game was exclusively released for the PSP, making it the first God of War title to be featured on a handheld console. Chains of Olympus was developed by Ready at Dawn Studios and Santa Monica Studios. The development team faced the challenge of adapting the game's ambitious scale and gameplay mechanics to the more limited capabilities of the PSP. The game is a prequel to the original God of War. It's set in ancient Greece and revolves around Kratos, the Spartan warrior, serving the gods of Olympus. The narrative explores Kratos' missions as he battles various foes from Greek mythology. Chains of Olympus received widespread acclaim from critics and players alike. It were particularly lauded for its engaging gameplay, compelling story and technical achievements on the PSP. The game's success demonstrated the potential of high-quality console-like experiences on a handheld device. It played a significant role in establishing the PSP as a viable platform for complex and graphically intensive games. God of War Chains of Olympus is often remembered as a landmark title in the God of War series and in the realm of handheld gaming, showcasing how a compelling and visually stunning game experience can be delivered on a portable console. God of War Chains of Olympus is the only entry in these God of War side stories to appear in the book 1001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Die by General Editor of Edge Magazine, Tony Mott.
Next up, the other and possibly better received PSP entry in the God of War saga.
God of War Ghost of Sparta is a prominent game in the God of War series. Released in 2010 exclusively for the PSP and later remastered for the PlayStation 3, it built upon the success of its predecessor. The developers aimed to push the limits of the PSP even further than they did with Chains of Olympus. Once again between the events of the original God of War and God of War 2, the game dives deeper into Kratos' backstory, exploring his origins as he searches for his brother. This quest leads him to confront new foes and unravel more of his complicated relationship with the gods of Olympus. The game was highly praised by critics and players for its compelling storytelling, improved gameplay mechanics and technical achievements on the PSP. It was seen as a significant improvement over Chains of Olympus in many aspects. Ghost of Sparta won several awards and is frequently mentioned on lists of best PSP games of all time. It's often cited for its contribution to the depth of the God of War series lore, and for pushing the boundaries of what was possible on a handheld gaming device. God of War Ghost of Sparta is remembered as a high point in the God of War series, and a standout title in the realms of handheld gaming, showcasing an impressive blend of storytelling, gameplay and technical prowess.
untold tales of Kratos in Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta. Each game offers a unique perspective into God of War universe and Kratos as a complex character. If you're a fan of the series, these titles are a must-play for their story, innovation and the sheer feat of bringing the epic tale to a different platform.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments down below on these unique God of War games.
Before we look at the last entry in the God of War side stories, I just wanted to remind people about Kohigh Mathy's YouTube channel's road to 500. I'd really like to get the channel up to 500 subscribers, possibly beyond, in 2024. And the only way we can do that is with your help. So if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It's free after all, and that's the best price for anything. If you're already subscribed, please do share this video out with your nearest and dearest, comment down below, and of course click that like button.
I know I normally go on about these videos not making it to 5 minutes, but that's no excuse to go over. Some of us have got buses to catch, you know.
Right then, the last of the forgotten God of War games is of course God of War Ascension. Released in 2013 for PlayStation 3, this prequel takes us to the earliest days of Kratos' journey. But did you know that Ascension introduced a multiplayer mode? For the first time in the series, players could pledge allegiance to the Greek god of their choice and battle it out in ancient arenas.
This mode allowed players to engage in combat against each other or team up to take on challenges, choosing to align themselves with one of 4 Greek gods, each offering different combat styles and abilities.
It's bad. Kratos don't need no multiplayer mode, fool!
God of War Ascension is 7th instalment in the God of War series and serves as a prequel to all other games. The player follows Kratos, the protagonist of the other games in the series, who is the former servant of God of War, Ares. When Kratos is tricked by Ares into killing his own family, Kratos abandons Ares, breaking his blood oath. Subsequently, Kratos is imprisoned and must fight his way out of his bond between him and Ares. The game was praised for its impressive graphic and technical achievements on the PlayStation 3. The visuals, especially the game's detailed environments and fluid character animations, were highlighted by many reviewers. God of War Ascension is often remembered for its technical achievement and for providing a deeper look into Kratos' past. It sets stage for a more narrative-driven approach as seen in the 2018 reboot/sequel God of War for PlayStation 4.
Are they dead? I mean, more dead?
Boy.
Not dead, not dead!
God of War Ascension is an important part of God of War saga, offering fans a deeper understanding of Kratos' complex character and setting the groundwork for future developments in the series.
Some reviewers dislike the title of one of the in-game trophies, Bros Before Hoes, which is received after graphically face-stomping a female villain. In response to the criticism of misogyny, Santa Monica released a patch changing the name of the trophy to Bros Before Foes.
God of War Ascension garnered generally favourable reviews. The game was commended for its core gameplay and impressive visuals, although some critics pointed out a lack of innovation and had mixed feelings about the new multiplayer feature. IGN commented on the revised combat mechanics, noting their depth. Mastering the use of each power offers a critical tactical advantage when there's no health restoration cheat in sight. They regarded the changes to the magic system positively, emphasising that the delayed ability of magic attacks prevented players from overly relying on them as in previous games. This prompted more strategic allocation of experience points, preventing players from becoming overly powerful too early in game.
We've journeyed through these incredible chapters of the God of War saga. It's clear that each game brought something quite unique to the table, from the technical marvels of Ascension to the narrative depth of Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta. These games not only expanded the lore of Kratos and his world, but also showcased what were possible to do in terms of storytelling and gameplay on both console and handheld devices.
Whether you're revisiting these classics or experiencing them for the first time, there's no denying the impact they had on the gaming world.
We hope that you've enjoyed this look into the lesser known but equally epic God of War titles. If you did, make sure that you hit that like button and remember to subscribe for more retro gaming shenanigans and help us reach our goal of 500 subscribers. Don't forget to drop a comment down below, tell us your favourite moments from these games, or if these videos have inspired you to check out the God of War series for yourself. Thanks so much for watching and joining us on this mythological adventure through gaming history. Until next time, ladles and jelly spoons, remember every game has a story just waiting to be told. And if you see me down the dog and duck, mine is a pint of best.